birthday. The Tale of a Lindy. Lindy is a lean, wiry girl in her late teens, with skin the warm, deep brown of sun-baked earth and a scattering of faint freckles across the bridge of her nose. Her hair is thick and dark, usually braided back in a single practical plait or tied into a messy bun so it won't catch on thorns when she runs. Stray curls often escape to frame a face that is quick to smile and quicker to challenge. Her eyes are dark and alert, rimmed with the dust of the veldt, and bright with restless curiosity. When she's stubborn, they narrow into a hard, determined line. And when she's ashamed, they fill and soften without much warning. She favors simple, well-worn clothes, faded cotton dress, or a loose shirt and skirt often barefoot, with calloused soles from running the village paths. Small recent scratches and scabbed wounds mark her shins and calves from the well. Pale against her skin and tender when she walks, reminders that make her move more carefully now. Her hands are nimble and a little rough, her posture open and ready to spring, and her voice is clear and direct, carrying the quick laughter of someone used to testing limits and the quieter, steadier tone of someone learning to listen. Dawn light spills over the dusty village as Lindy races barefoot across the yard, laughing, while her mother calls her back from the thorn bushes and her father warns her about the old, clothes on the well's mossy stones and a faded rope. Villagers pass it without thought as children play nearby. Lindy ignores a stern look from an elder and climbs a low kopje to chase a stray dog, hair and skirt whipping in the wind. Her parents sit at the kitchen fire, exchanging worried glances as they repeat small rules: stay near the path, don't lean over the well, listen to the elders. While Lindy hums and pretends not to hear, a storm gathers at the horizon. Clouds bruise the sky and the first fat drops begin to fall as Lindy lingers at the village edge, teasing the dog with a stick. The ground near the well softens from the rain. Lindy leans over to peer into the dark water and the mossy stones slip beneath her foot. A sudden, breathless fall stone though. The hollow echo of the well-then-cold water closes over her, and the world narrows to the taste of iron and the roar of rain. In the dark, she hears her father's voice teaching knots, her mother's hands smoothing her hair, and the elders' stories about caution, each memory arriving sharp and clear. Shame and fear flood her. She presses her palms to her face, weeps, and speaks aloud a trembling confession and promise to listen and obey, if spared. The storm's wind catches the bucket above the well. The rope swings, the pulley groans, and the heavy bucket slips free and falls with a splash that startles her into action. Lindy grabs the coarse rope, feels it bites into her palm, hauls the bucket up, using it as a step to brace her feet and climb the slick stones. She pulls herself over the rim, rain soaking her, legs scraped and bleeding, and stumbles toward the dim lights of the village. Her parents rush out, faces white with fear that melts into fierce relief. Her mother wraps her in a blanket, while her father checks every wound with trembling hands. Lindy tells the story in a rushful, dark memories. Prayer. The Buckatan cries for the nights she ignored their warnings and for the terror she caused them. Her parents bandage her legs and speak softly about care and listening, not with anger, but with a steady insistence that rules are maps, not chains. That night she sleeps and wakes in her own bed with sun on the blanket. The scratches on her legs real and aching, unsure if the well was dream or truth. She begins to change, tying knots with her father, sitting at her mother's feet to learn the old stories, and answering elders with respectful silence. The village notices the quiet mending. Lindi's laughter returns gentler, her steps more careful, and children watch her as she passes on the lessons she once ignored. Sometimes, the wind through the reeds brings back the memory of the rope's coarse bite and the dark water, and she touches the scars on her legs as a reminder. Whether miracle or dream, the terrible night becomes a living lesson. She will listen. She will honor her parents and elders. and she will carry their words like a lantern against the dark.